Hello, in this presentation we will look at the second industry sector that we are profiling for the Rebuild Ukraine program, the machine building industry in Ukraine, looking at its main segments, market conditions, key enterprises and development prospects. Machine building plays an important role in the country's industry and has significant potential for recovery and modernization. Therefore, if you have any interest in this industry sector at all, we recommend you spend a few minutes watching this video. We believe that it will be well worth your time. Okay, let's get started. Ukraine's machine and equipment industry covers several key areas. These include industrial equipment for metallurgy, energy, and mining, agricultural machinery such as tractors, combines, and seeders, construction and road machinery such as excavators and cranes, transport machinery including the production of cars, railways, aircraft, and ships. In addition, the industry includes many companies involved in producing electrical engineering equipment and instrumentation. However, the war has had a severe impact on this industry sector, as we will see on the next slide. Before the full-scale war, Ukraine's machine and equipment manufacturing industry accounted for up to 7% of total industrial output. There were more than 1,000 machine-building enterprises in the country. However, the war of 2022 has caused significant losses. As a result of the economic crisis and hostilities, production volumes have almost halved, and about 30% of machine building facilities have been destroyed or seized. This is having a negative impact on how quickly Ukraine can respond to repairing infrastructure damage at all levels. This is where Ukraine really needs to work with foreign manufacturers and suppliers. As can be seen from the import figures that I will highlight on the next slide. Ukraine remains dependent on imports of machinery and equipment. In 2023, the value of these imports exceeded $19 billion. At the same time, exports of Ukrainian products have declined significantly, either through loss of production capacity or because manufacturing has been diverted to war production. While in 2021 machinery and equipment exports were running at about $6 billion, in 2022 it fell to just $3.8 billion. The main markets for exports remain the EU, India and China, but until the war ends it is difficult to see how export production could grow and new markets developed. On the other hand, when the war stops, there is definitely scope for exports to at least reach their pre-war levels. In the meantime, there is a massive opportunity for foreign exporters to establish a Ukrainian market and perhaps relationships with Ukrainian manufacturers for future collaboration and partnership. On the next slide, I'll list the main trade associations. If you would like an introduction to any of them, please let me know. There are many manufacturing trade and industry associations in Ukraine. For the machinery and equipment manufacturing sector, we show 4 examples. The first represents the machinery and equipment manufacturers for the agro-industrial complex. The second represents the machines builders and employers of Ukraine. There is also the Ukrainian Association of Light Industry Enterprises. And finally, we show the Association of Ukrainian Automobile Manufacturers. Links to these associations are included in the description below. If you are interested in more specialized industry sectors, then just contact us and we can arrange the appropriate introductions. On the next slide, we list a few of the major Ukrainian companies active in these sectors. Among the leading machine building companies in Ukraine are the Novo-Kramatorsk machine building plant, which specializes in heavy equipment, Motosish, an aircraft engine manufacturer, Antonov, a transport aircraft manufacturer, and Turboatom, which produces turbines for the energy sector. Other key players include Kryukiv Carriage Works, Zaporizhia Automobile Plant, and Kharkiv Tractor Plant. Again, if you'd like introductions to any of these, please let me know. I'd now like to say a few words about government support and investment in this sector. The Ukrainian government supports the machine building industry through various programs. The law on localization provides for a gradual increase in the share of domestic components in public procurement, which should stimulate domestic production. There are, however, limits on this. Ukraine is increasingly harmonizing its laws with that of the EU. EU law limits the extent to which national governments can favor local production in public sector bids. The Made in Ukraine program is aimed at supporting manufacturers, attracting over $1 billion in subsidies and grants. The state also promotes the development of industrial parks, relocation of enterprises, and attraction of foreign investors. There are various grants and soft loans available for manufacturers. So, As you can see, there are prospects and challenges for this industry. In the next slide, I will briefly summarize these. Restoration and modernization of the machine building industry is one of the key areas of development for the Ukrainian economy. The country's reconstruction creates demand for machinery and equipment, which opens up new opportunities for both domestic and international companies. Export development is being promoted through integration with European supply chains. At the same time, there are challenges, including a lack of funding, the need to re-equip enterprises and to adapt to international standards, and, as with all economic sectors in Ukraine, there is an acute labor shortage. However, with the right strategic approach, as well as offering significant market opportunities for foreign exporters, Ukraine can become a competitive player in the global machine and equipment market. Well, that's the quick overview of the Ukrainian machinery and equipment industry. It just remains for me to recommend that you finish this review of the 3 industry sectors by watching the next video, the Ukrainian power and energy industry. I should also say thank you for watching this video, the Ukrainian machinery and equipment industry. If you have any questions at all, my contact details are shown on this slide and in the description below. Finally, if you found this information useful, it would greatly help us if you could click on the like button and subscribe to our channel to stay updated. Also, please share this video and playlist with your colleagues and business contacts. I would really appreciate that. Above all else, remember, ICC Ukraine and our partners are here to help. My name is Oleksiy Kozhanov. Together we can build a better future. I look forward to hearing from you.